Hi lovelies. So we've got some daylight, I've got some energy. We're going to, I've done my cards, so we're going to ask for a message from the fairy realm of the highest timeline, what the opportunities are. Yesterday was the 5th and I felt a lot of change coming in. Not much sleep. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that, but a lot of clearing out in the sleep. And I woke up this morning with this song, which was God, it's gone. Something to do with I drove all night to get to you. Is that all right? So pass. But protection of the highest level. Can we have a message from the fairies for the collective? Opportunities, gateways. We've got 2. So we've got the 4 of Cups, which is kind of like a standoff, and then we've got the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords being anxiety, sleepless nights. It's normally in the head, so it's things playing in your head. And we've got the 2 of Swords. So bottom of the deck, 2 of Swords, we'll start with that, and it's going, the camera feels a bit weird. It's going back and forth on a decision. Sometimes it's going from head space to heart space, head space to heart space, but they're both looking at this rose and they can't decide why it's died or why it's gone blue, but because it's in a bubble, it's a thought. So it's going back and forward on a thought, or there could be a decision to be made. Most likely with this 4 of Cups. Now the 4 of Cups is like they're bored. They're back to back. It's discontentment. The opposite of being content. There's lack of communication as well, and maybe that could be why there's this stagnant energy of they're not looking at each other, they're both looking in opposite directions, and it could be causing some anxiety. But the 9 of Swords is sleepless nights, things keeping us. It's often fears and anxiety, but it's normally unfounded. But obviously, if there's this going on, it's going to be causing some restless nights because they can't find common ground. And sometimes in relationships, you can get to this point of nothing's moving, nothing's happening, you know, it's very stagnant, but not actually understanding why. And then this 2 of Swords going back and forth on a decision. Should I, shouldn't I? Head, heart. Back and forth. Let's see what the Oracle Fairies have to say. I want to thank everybody for all the healing, all the advice, all the support that I've had with my condition. I'm just so grateful for the you know, the support and the love that I receive. Moon energy. So we've not long come out of the new moon in Capricorn. She's got her hands open. Now the moon could have caused this Four of Cups, Nine of Swords, because it was quite intense. Let's not lie, I did see a lot of people struggling through that moon, and the energies were you know, all over the... Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, which is what this kind of is, a little bit of confusion, and also, you know, Two of Swords, back and forth on a decision. This fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Her head chakra is glowing. I mean, I was sent some Reiki today, and I've seen green, I've seen purple. So purple is obviously peace of mind in the head space, but her arms are open to receiving. So also surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. So it's like, okay, we might go through these periods of feeling stuck or feeling a little bit bored, but it's a natural, especially because we're in winter, we're in hibernation season. It's a natural part of that to you know, it's the ebb and the flow. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So the peace of mind is also to relieve that Nine of Swords. And again, like I say, swords is always mental space. It's the way we think. So we could change our thought patterns to shift that. But there's definitely something around the moon. And again, the Two of Swords, back and forth on a decision. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never realised we were lost. Now, I don't know if you can see there, but her cup's fallen over. Her cup has fallen, all the water's going into the ground. She's got a cat there, but she's picking something up from the ground. So this Four of Cups, you know, it could be emotional, because the Four of Cups is something in the heart space. Cups is always the heart space. So it could be something that we feel like we've lost. It could have this feeling of, oh, you know, we've lost the spark in our relationship. We've lost the lack of communication, or we've lost, you know, our ability to be able to connect. And this fairy is coming in to say, I'm relating it to this Four of Cups because the cup has fallen over. So it's almost like emptied her cup, or accidentally knocked it over, which is overpouring, which is over giving out, which is, you know, not filling one's own cup and making sure everybody else is okay before. And it could be that this moon energy is saying you can retrieve that, whatever it is that you feel that has gone. If you surrender to the ebb and flow and open your arms, you can retrieve, if it's you know, energy, you can call back your energy. You can say, remove all energy and frequency that doesn't belong to me, and I demand mine back immediately, and click your fingers and be open to receiving that energy back. but that's what it kind of feels like. And because this is purple, it again, it's mind space, and with the Two of Cups, it's going back and forth, back and forth. Am I wasting my energies here? And it is obviously causing some mental, it's causing a little bit of anxiety, sleepless nights. Let's have a look at the whispers of healing. Shine from within at the bottom as well. But we've got the whispers of healing. I think we've got blue skies today. It's been a while. And I get that, you know, I can see clearly now. But that Four of Cups also looks like, and it's not the traditional Four of Cups. It's like three of them have knocked over and he's sitting in a bit of a glum space. We're not realising that, you know, there's still a cup there full. But this one looks like stubborn. Being stubborn about something. But let's see what we get from the healing cards. The healing angels. What's the advice to go with the so nurture? Again, it's a 4. We've got this new moon, so it's about curling up, going in, looking after oneself. She's a mermaid, but she's tucked her tail in. I think a little bit's dipped in the water, but nurturing oneself, taking one's energy back. And it's a 4, so 4 of Cups and 4 of nurture, which is green. It's this, I have to fill my own cup first. This might not please everybody. You know, this whole shine from within. You will recognize unconditional love. So this is unconditional giving and receiving without any attachments. This almost looks like someone's got the hump because they're not getting what they want due to, I mean, the 4 of Cups, the 4 is almost, it's foundations, but 4's like, I've not quite got enough to give out at the moment. And again, moon energy, peace of mind is going to come, but unconditional love, which is 42, which is purple. Again, it's the mind space. So it's this lost and found, something that you thought was gone can help us find it. And it may not have, you know, gone. It's just a thought. It's a thought. Oh my God, I've lost this. I've lost this connection. I've lost, you know, this, whatever it is that is making them stand off. Unconditional love is unconditionally giving and receiving, but we have to do that inwardly first, and then we can do it on the outside. But it's such a beautiful, and again, it's purple, so it's in the mind space. So I unconditionally talk to myself nicely, therefore, you know, and then I you know, do that back. It's something that we, and again, going back and forth on a decision, and unconditional love doesn't mean, and a lot of people mistake this, especially when the foundations have not been, let's say, dysfunctional foundations. People tend to mistake unconditional love for having no boundaries. Unconditional love, I unconditionally love you, therefore I'm going to put up with whatever. This is kind of like, no, you know, there's been something that's been said, done, and they're standing off each other. But the moon energy is saying surrender. This will pass. It may be causing some anxiety, but it's coming back round. And when you unconditionally love it, you can do it from afar. Nothing's ever lost. Even when people pass, nothing's ever completely lost. If it's in your heart, if it's true love, it's in your heart. It'll always be in your heart, whether, you know, no matter what it is. Let's, but again, that Four of Cups also, I mean, we've had, you know, we have the Christmas celebrations, and it's not unusual for there to be a little bit of a come down in January of the blues. If you go all out, I don't tend to go all out anymore over Christmas, but some people do, and then there's this lull. That's what it looks like. Give us some more. So this fell out on Lost and Found, and it's the moon. So it's things coming up to the surface. The moon is shining a light, or has that. So that's two lots of moon energy. Activating, bringing things to light. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes. I don't think we're not leading up to another full moon yet. We've just had the new moon, but we must still be in, if that's two lots of moon energy, we're still in that. But notice how they're both purple. So this is something that is enlightening. When we have the full moon, it brings out whatever is in the shadow to light. It's also divine feminine energy, and we've got strength at the bottom of the card. So I'm going to put the moon again back over there, bringing it to light and letting it go, you know. And I think, again, this Lost and Found, it is bringing stuff up to the surface. It was in Capricorn, and it's bringing stuff up to the surface. All types of stuff. Dreams have been quite intense, and possibly, you know, relationships and emotions, you know, that we thought that were gone. But this is definitely a little bit of a boredom standoff. Now we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Star, and the Three of Cups. So the Three of Pentacles is obviously bringing three things together. It's your crafts, it's your skills. It's I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I'm bringing all of this together. It could also be three gifts. Three gifts, as in, I do see, oh my God, there's a infinity sign on my table. I do see Pentacles as often spiritual gifts that are coming online, but she's being handed them. So they're coming in, she's pulling up. So she's doing the gardening, the butterflies are helping, and she's bringing all her three gifts together. But at the same time, there's healing going on. The star represents this healing, and the star is often being vulnerable, being open. She's pouring out the water. She's pouring out the emotions. She's saying, this is who I am. I've stripped down. And she's trusting. It's also wish fulfillment, but it's definitely healing coming through. Getting a ringing on that side. Healing coming through. And then the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is reunions. It's collective souls coming together. I mean, like I've always said, these three women have all got different colours on, representing different skills. So it's kind of, Three of Cups is like a celebration of bringing three things together. This could have been a wish fulfillment, but it's almost like finding your tribe, and it's going to be bringing in something materialistically, or you're bringing, what are you bringing to the table? You know, like I said, one of these could have very good empathic skills. One could be very good with communication, and one could be very good in the mind space. You know, it's bringing these three skills together. But there's been some healing. I'm going to put the star with the moon and the lost and found. So again, this Three of Cups is something coming back to celebrate, or a reunion of some kind, unconditional love. But 3 and 3 make 6, which again is this giving and receiving without any expectations. And it feels like this 4 of Cups is, there's disappointment, or there were expectations of what something should look like, and they're back to back, arms folded. They are not in a receptive mode, and this is causing some anxiety. But the purple is unconditional love. What else have we got? So we've got the 4 of Pentacles again. So there's two, is that 2 lots of the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. Now she's done the work, she's doing the work, but she's looking in her basket, and she's keeping something to herself. She doesn't feel like she's quite got enough to either share out, because if she's got a I call it the robber mouse behind. He's ready to help himself to a basket of fruit. In fact, he's got his hand on one of her apples there. Whilst her back is turned, she's sort of, you know, having a look. Have I got enough to give out here? And he's helping himself. He's quite large as well. He's helping himself whilst she's got her back turned. So if you've got ideas, Pentacles often can represent business ideas, or you know, it's not quite time to share those. There's not enough there to share, and there could be this little bit of you know, again, taking more than what's available. 4 of Cups, not quite having enough to share, even though there's unconditional love here. But this needs to be unconditional love for oneself. Putting that, and then the bottom of the deck we've got the 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is I've done the work. I'm happy on my own. I'm happy being single. I don't look outside of myself for anything. I've got it. I'm at rest. I'm at peace. This is peace of mind. Where was it where it said peace of mind? With the moon energy, peace of mind is coming. So that could be the next full moon. This feeling of contentment, I don't look outside myself for anything else. Now, what could have happened here is these two could have been codependent on each other, and it hasn't actually worked out. It's not in equal balance. There could have been a lot of, you know, the mouse at the back taking a bit more than what the other person had. But this is, I'm happy being single, I'm content, I've got enough money, I'm secure, I'm just going to have a rest. And everybody around her is feeling this sense of contentment. So this could actually be the up and coming full moon, where there's going to be some healing around this Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, causing some anxiety. Oh. So we've got the Fool and we've got the Eight of Swords. So the Fool is 0. Now we've got the High Priest or the Priest at the bottom, and this can usually represent a spiritual lesson. So the spiritual lesson could be, you know, am I going to sit in this situation that's definitely not serving me? It's definitely not filling my cup. But I'm also stubborn. I've also got my arms folded, and I'm not open to receiving anything else. And the priest is saying, well, this is maybe something that you've got to learn. This is like spiritual lessons. He's got the mask on, so it's removing the masks, removing the illusion, delusion, and this is what the moon does. It brings things to light. Anything that was between now and the full moon, you know, anything that we can't quite see in the dark, is a spiritual lesson for us to clear out. Now we've got the Eight of Swords, which is I'm trapped. But again, the Eight of Swords is a thought process. It's a mind, it's a, I'm stuck in this, I can't get out. And that is an illusion, because what we think is what we create, and then it creates how we feel. So if we have this feeling of I'm trapped, I'm stuck, there's no way out, and this is in the mind space, then this is a spiritual lesson of changing those thought patterns. Nobody needs to be sitting in something that's dissatisfying or causing them, you know, boredom or whatever, you know. So this is a spiritual lesson in shifting that mind space from being trapped into I'm limitless. And then taking a leap of faith. The Fool is like, and he's got this pack on his back. I mean, I can't see where this one is, but he's surrounded, like I say, these bubbles are all ideas. But the Fool is completion. It's a brand new start. And obviously, as we lead up to the moon, the full moon, it is the end of a cycle into a new one. And then it's, I'm going to take a leap of faith. I've got nothing to lose here. It's the beginning of. So a change in thought patterns. I mean, it could be that you're feeling like you've not got enough finances. That is another reason that, you know, we could feel trapped. But there's the Three of Pentacles coming in and the Three of Cups. So there is support around. I love the fact that you can't actually see this. but on this side it's all purple and blue, which is, and that's with the healing card as well. It's all third eye and throat communication. And then on this side it's all green and yellow, and there is a little bit of purple in there, but it's almost like two different, how are we doing for time, two different sides. And I guess if we were looking down, I might even try that at some point. If we were looking down, she's in blue and he's in green. So the blue is the throat chakra, it's communication. And the green is the heart space, which this side feels very green, this side feels very blue. Hopefully. And then I've stopped. We've got 8 of Cups. So 8 of Cups is, I'm not going to sit in this 4 of Cups. It's not emotionally fulfilling me. We are back to back. We've you know, come to this crossroads with the 2 of Swords. And something needs to shift. So one of us has got to get on this dragonfly and move. And it doesn't necessarily mean actually move, although that could be what's causing the anxiety. But 8 of Cups is thanks, bye. I'm not sitting in this. This isn't fulfilling. This is boring me. There's not enough going on. I'm going to 8 of Cups. I'm going to move or shift to different waters, if you like. But she's jumped on her dragonfly and she's off. Maybe just to nurture. Maybe to, you know, rekindle with like minds. Because it definitely feels like there's not enough cooperation. 3 of Cups. Right, now we've got this, it's purple, so it's above the clouds. And with these purple cards, I always feel like it's higher consciousness. But it's deep-rooted, structured ways of thinking or being that need, it needs growth. So it could be that this 4 of Cups is like, oh, I was brought up to believe that by a certain age I should be married, I should have kids, blah, blah, blah. This kind of, you know, and it's just not worked for me. But it's the way it's always been. It's an old building. It's a structured building. It's deep-rooted, but on a higher level, it's not serving us. There's a lot of clouds around it. It's not serving anymore. And then we've got the lilies and the lake. So this again is going into the depths. I'm going to take the first steps to move into the emotions, because this is stuck. This is like, yeah, I feel stuck. I'm going to move into the emotions. It reminds me of the star. But there is no one in this picture. It is just about, this is the opportunity you've got to walk into that lake, to go into the depths of what it is that is making you feel like this. but this structure which is deep rooted. So it could be family, it could be generational, of patterns that that need to be, you know, we've got to take this leap of faith and do things new. It's almost like, and the veil is being lifted. So something is there's butterflies on there as well. The veil is being lifted. Something is coming to light. And there's a butterfly on there. So whatever it is, it's going to give you new wings to be able to move through this feeling of being in a state of anxiety, which could be the fear of the unknown, fear of the taking the leap of faith, and this feeling of being trapped is an illusion. And then obviously the 8 of Cups is like, that's it, I'm done. I need to move forward. And this is emotionally. Cups are always emotionally. I'm not emotionally fulfilled here in this situation. So I'm going to call on my dragonfly. Underneath that, we've got the 5 of Cups. So the 5 often represents when we've actually given too much power away. It can represent a feeling of disappointment or the ending of, but we don't sit in the 5 of Cups for very long. It's like, it's a little bit woe me, but it's often when we've overpoured, like I said, we've given away too much, and then we're left feeling it's regret, it's disappointment, and the lost and found. You know, her cup has fallen over. What was once lost is about to be found. You know, that could be oneself. That could be, I've spilt my own cup in places where it wasn't equal. You know, the moon is definitely going to be bringing this to light. Hope this is making sense. Please, can you give it a thumbs up if it resonates? And subscribe. But yeah, the thumbs up, I think, is if you have subscribed. So give us a bit more on this 4 of Cups, boredom, back to back, stubborn, unreceptive, and this 9 of Swords. What do the 11th fairies have to say about this? That fell out right. Does that say the moon's daughter? I'll have to read that. I'm going to keep going. But again, there's definitely something either I feel like it's this up and coming new one. Even I haven't quite got there yet. But I mean, this could be what the moon brought to light. That new moon was quite intense. Did something fall? Did I imagine it? That new moon was quite intense, but I mean, it's only like a couple of weeks until the next one. But it could be that this is what it's brought up. This is what that fell out on the lost and found. The guardian of the gate, and the star, and the moon. I felt like one jumped, but I can't quite, I'm not quite sure where. So grateful for the daylight today. I mean, yeah, like, doesn't it feel like we've almost been in the dark? And the singer of healing, singer of the chalice at the bottom of the gate, at the bottom of the gate, at the bottom of the gate. So we've got the guardian of the gate. Again, that's number 5. So that's change. That is, there is a portal, an opening available. 8 of Cups. It kind of fell out on the 8 of Cups for you to jump on your dragonfly and go through, due to this spiritual lesson that we're being offered. Like I say, this isn't, it's collective, so it's just an opportunity in the collective at the moment to go through this gate. To go through the gate is to change, and it's irreversible. It's like but I want to go to 38 first, which is the first one. So Laius, Moon's daughter, light cast in the shadows, spiritual guidance, illumination and riddles. It fell out on both the moon energies. Can you see? She's like squished on somebody's head. You may be finding apparently random events and ideas are falling into a pattern and beginning to make sense. Things may be flowing more easily than you're accustomed to, and your decisions and choices may be bringing unusually high degrees of success. Psychic abilities, hunches, intuitions and foreknowings are becoming clearer and making more sense. Trust the process. Well, that was also in the moon energy process. Laius also brings psychic dreams, forelighting the future and illuminating the present. These dreams often speak in symbols, as fairies are wont to do. So if you're attending to your dreams and visions and everyday occurrences, trying to discover deeper levels of meaning in the symbols, you are learning the language of this fairy. The language is spoken by artists, poetry. It gives us keys to our own psychic abilities and to the deep levels of our own psyche. So yeah, it's where are we? I'm going to put her on the moon. So that's 3 lots of moon energy, healing card energy, with the star as well, and a brand new beginning if we choose to move. The guardian of the gate is passage to new life, openings and gateways, which is 8 of Cups. It indicates that the passage is being made to the beginning of something new. I was just about to pick the 8 of Cups up there. The gate we face may not seem like much. The decision to enter may not be a matter of great moment, but the presence of the guardian of the gate tells us something important is happening. It indicates that going through the gate is no small thing, but to be approached with awareness and prayerfulness. We are embarking on a new phase, and there will be no going back once the gate has been passed. We may, of course, ask the guardian of the gate for guidance and protection. Alternatively, the presence of the gatekeeper in a reading may indicate that the querent is being asked to help open the gate for someone else, to help provide an opportunity for them. So this could be the 3 of Pentacles, where the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles all coming together with opportunities. The job of the gatekeeper or gatekeeper's assistant is to merely open the gate and not push people through it. Now we have 61. This guy, I think, from memory is a little bit like the Tower. He's a little bit, I may have got that wrong again because there's a couple of them that look like each other. But imaginary fears, unreal hazards, and realistic caution. Hoba. So this is what is creating this 9 of Swords and this 8 of Swords. It's time to look at the truth behind our fears. To distinguish between what is real and what is just our projection of old traumas and fears into an imaginary future. By delving into old patterns, we can see past them to a more liberating life. Only by facing these fears honestly and, there we go, and seeing them for what they are, do we gain greater ability to open our hearts to the singer of courage and gain in strength to face the real difficult challenges. Each false fear confronted, resolved, makes us stronger. So there's definitely this feeling of discontentment. I'm stuck, I can't move. And then the singer of healing, which is, again, like the Star card. It's a number 10, which is completion. This is the Healer's card. And its presence in a reading may speak of healing to be given or received. The circumstances and the process of reaching well-being may seem easy, or they may bring great challenges. Now, the challenges come when someone else isn't happy about you doing your own healing. In either case, we're asked to participate in our own healing as we are strengthened by this singer. More usually, this singer speaks of both giving and receiving, because we cannot truly and freely give without receiving as well. Healing is something that flows through us, not from us, and as such we are inevitably affected by its passage. Drawing this card tells of both the need and an opportunity for healing ourselves and perhaps others as well. As Warren, one of the teachers, said, healing is not something you do, it's something you are. And then the singer of the chalice, I think, is heart chakra activation. Joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. With the help of the singer of the chalice and the fairies, you too can get this one feeling that is all good, feelings in one: unconditional love, trust, hope, healing, patience, and so on. Open is open. If you don't know how, ask. It is right there. And unfortunately, that's what these two aren't. This could be, you know, inwardly, like I say, it could be the divine masculine and feminine on the inside. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but they've both got, they're not open. Everything surrounding this with the moon and the singers, and the lost and found and the healing, the guardian of the gate is an opportunity to change. You know, a saying, we need to open up. Be open to receiving and take a leap of faith. And if that means jumping on your dragonfly and moving away from that which no longer serves us, then so be it. Obviously, that could cause some, you know, discontentment, but that's not your problem. So we're going to close with a rose. Grateful for being able to to read today. Grateful for my Reiki healing that I received. Grateful for the clear skies. Grateful for all the love and support. So can we close with a rose? A rose without thorns. I love that, because here we've got the 9 and the 8 of swords, which is all, it's all mental space, but they are absolutely stuck in these 2 mental thought patterns. And the card that fell out is the rose without thorns. You have a right to joy, peace and sweetness of light. That's your birthright. Go and claim it. 8 of Cups. Jump on your dragonfly. I love you lots.